for the woman who's a woman, the lady who's a fair lady. She's no different than a man, but I speak for the lady fan, the girl who makes a home, keeps his mental dome clean. She's clean, a leg up from the F crew, for the girl who do it right. I speed up, cheat up, I read up, she mashing on me. One arm, aim right, pink super S between her. No need for the test, we still together. I had nothing, she had nothing. Commitment, minty fresh kiss all over her sweet lips. I'm here to tell you what I know from above. I'll never be no comfort without her touch. She don't clap in church, she do her history. She don't care for mysteries, but discoveries. She laugh at fairy tales, but give me hell if I don't get in her. I fail. She tell me the truth. She's a female trooper, put me in a stupor. She's a female beast, the east riser, feline, trapeze, feast, goddess, I'm God. I behold her, balance be her day. Dare I say submitted? Well, I'm committed. We fit it, tailored through this song. So what's wrong? Every man is a woman I'm assuming. You can't see him out the slam in the bed. All right. I thought I'd do something different for you in the intro. A little something of a twist. I just decided to do off the top of my head because I thought it was a good idea for a little intro, since I'm always just getting right into the service of supporting you. So we're going to get right into, as you saw the title, considered as bad food. Now, what you must understand, that I am in the business of saving lives, of helping you. Now, this information may not apply to everyone. Okay, y'all may have a very clean bill of health and know everything about the health industry and how it affects you. Okay, FDA, all right, USDA, and so forth and so on. But I'm going to give you a better understanding that you must have to comprehend. First of all, you can only do your own research. Well, you can, not only, but you can do your research with this. Okay, when it's all said and done, your eyes is going to open up and you're going to have a very different avenue of your health and your situation. All right. Now, this is based on an emailer of mine who, again, asked me a question about why is there a rise in mostly black communities. Okay, yes, there are other cultures. There are white people that deal with it in other cultures around America, Mexicans, Latinos, and so forth and so on. But it has been an epidemic in the black community. Okay, but it's not limited to them. So this information is for everyone. Okay, but if you are a part of the black community, as they call it, the black community, I'm just describing it that way because most people comprehend it at that level. I can't say the brown-skinned people or people from Africa or anything of that nature, because we all have a set sector and phylum. And some of us has been born in America, okay, and some of us has been in other places and tropical climates besides this Africa. So when you say the black community, you're talking about all those who relate to Africa or brown skin culture and nature. Okay, but let's be specific with this. Okay, this academic is spread worldwide because we are ignorant of something. And I always talk about bad foods. So I'm going to go deeper with you, and I'm going to give you a little bit more detail on the health effects of what you are eating. Okay, and the rise of the diabetic academic, okay, and obesity, how obesity happened, and why are these kids getting, in so many words, fatter? Okay, why are they getting more unhealthy? Why are even children growing breasts? I'm talking about boys at a young age. Okay, not girls. Girls are naturally going to grow breasts, and they're going to develop sometimes at an early age because of the environment that they're in. And I always tell you this, that the reason why the woman develops faster at times, it depends on what type of environment that she is in, because the daughter or the child or the girl, okay, they are in a fight or flight mode of their genetics. So their genetics want to survive. So if they are in a violent environment, Okay, if their home is always based on mom and dad, if there's a dad there who's constantly fighting each other, okay, or in certain incidents there's lots of violence outside their home, or there's lots of fights at school, there's lots of unnecessary argumentation that's around her, okay, her genetics is naturally going to speed up her growth process, because her nature wants to bond with the male and create another human being from her loins, okay, for the sake of surviving and survival the genes. That's just what human nature does. So you'll find in some cases, a 12-year-old girl, 13, 14, who is not fully developed, but she's developed enough to be considered as a very young lady, even though she's not mature in her maturity. And of course, as we know, she's not considered as a lady by all accounts. All right, but she grows fast. Now there are some boys that do the same thing. They get taller, or they get bigger, okay, or they gain weight. And on most generations now, they start gaining breasts. Okay, you say, why is the breast coming from? It's because of the foods that you are eating. Okay, it's because of the steroids that they are putting in your chicken and your ground beef. Okay, it's because of all the unnecessary meat that you are eating that you should not be eating, but we do it anyway because it tastes good and we can't help it. Okay, so we can't blame that on the FDA. We can't blame that on these sources that have to cut and derive these meats and produce these meats for the consumer, because you want to buy it, you want to eat it, so you have to deal with the consequences. That's not condoning them to do it, okay? That's just saying that you need to know what you're signing up for whenever you put something in your mouth. But a lot of consumers here in America don't do it. So we are on the increase of obesity, as it always have been, but it's still in such a crucial way, where you see a 13-year-old girl who's taller than mommy. Okay, or you see a 13-year-old boy who's taller than daddy. Okay, because it's not just a genetic, it's not just a genetic hereditary trait, okay, from the grandparents or from the ancestors, okay? It's because of the generation at that time on a general basis, okay? It doesn't apply to everyone, but on a general basis, yes, it's because of the environment that they're in. It forces them to grow up faster because their genetics are afraid. Their genetics don't want to be deleted. Okay, their genetics want to survive. So to do so, they have to speed up the process. So the 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 15-year-old girl's body, okay, is telling her to procreate. Okay, and the boy's body is telling him to be the producer, or to go out there to seek, to hunt, and to procure him a woman to hurry up and procreate with her so they can grow. Okay, that's mommy and daddy's fault. All you can say is this is the environment that we live in. Now you understand those bases. Let's get on to something else that we need to comprehend. That's just the foundation, okay, so you ought to think about. Okay, what this is produced by, that you must comprehend, which is an additive to the sickness of yourself and your family. Let's go ahead and give you the red pill. You go ahead and take that, okay, and I'm going to take mine. Yes, I never remove my tea bag strings. It's a habit of mine. I just leave it in there. Oh well, you know, the bag break, I'm not worried about it. Most times it's pretty good, solid bag, so they're okay. But we're talking about nutritional food at this point. You will say, what does nutritional food have to do with the rise of obesity and how diabetes is triggered? Okay, even if it's hereditary through your family strain of DNA. Okay, how is it triggered? Okay, it's triggered through the foods that you eat. Okay, and in most cases, we are eating, now, you got to study this. We are eating foods that are high in sugar and high in salt. Okay, sugar, salt, sugar, salt. Okay, now the sodium levels, which is the same as salt, okay, have increased during the years based on the sensitivity of the foods that we've been eating in the past. So you have potato chips that have more sodium than what it used to be. Okay, you have even some store-bought foods, or you could say canned items. Mostly it's in the frozen item, the frozen aisle, the frozen dinner foods that you'll get out of the freezer. okay, you will see that it's a decrease in salt. Okay, it's not just a preservative to keep the foods from going bad. Okay, it's also for flavoring as well. So you have the preservative to preserve the food to keep it from rotten or spoiling. Okay, then you have the additional salt, seasonings, and preservatives. Same thing, but preservatives and ingredients all in one combination to give you a robust flavor. Okay, now I'm not trying to make y'all hungry. I'm trying to get, because I know some of you are like, "Whoa, that sounds good. I don't care. Let me eat it. What's that dinner? You know, is it Hungry Heifer? Is it Hungry Man or something like that? You know, I mean, you know, it's those little Hot Pockets, you know, or anything of that nature, or store-bought pizza, you know, or something like that. Okay, no, I'm giving you the facts of what you are eating is what's triggering your diabetes and what's triggering obesity, because in most of these foods, listen, there's not enough nutrition for your body to take in. So you're taking in, let's just do a percent, let's do math for a second. Let's say that what your body needs is, let's say, let's be fair, let's use a number, a raw number like 500, not 500 calories, but let's just say 500 calories, okay, to be fair. In the 500 calorie complexity, there are complexities to your fatty intake and to your calories. Okay, there's complex carbohydrates and regular carbohydrates and blah blah blah. Okay, monosodiums and things of that nature. Okay, and diglycerides and enzymes. Okay, enzymes, very big thing for digestion, and thus it does affect your own enzymes that you already have. We're not going to get into that technicality. Okay, I know some of y'all like, well, okay, come on, make sense, Morpheus. Okay, listen. In the foods that you're eating, because it's so packed with nothing but flavor, okay, for you to buy it and to eat, okay, and from what you are deriving your food from, like where you buy it from, where you are getting it from, if it's whole food or packaged food, packaged processed food, which that's what it is. If it's packaged food, most likely it's going to be processed food. You're not getting the nutrition that you need. So let's just say, let's put a raw number like 500, okay, worth of, you can say packed with, you would say that's a high calorie count, but there are some foods that you can get in the grocery aisle in the frozen section that will be like 430, and some of them like 330 calories. Okay, within that complexity, you're looking for a higher count of vitamins and nutrition. Okay, like for some food, maybe calcium, maybe a bit of zinc. Okay, a little bit of you could say, again, vitamins. You're looking for fiber for a degree, fiber to help with your regularity. Okay, on a general basis, it's very low in nutrition. It's very low in nutrition. So if you do the math, let's just say that the nutritional content that you may get out of your food may absorb only 100 of the calories of the 500. Now you got 400 calories. That's just to be burned. Okay, you have 400. That's why I'm using that raw number. Okay, I'm not trying to be real technical with it. I'm just trying to work with you with this. Listen to me. Okay, so out of 500, okay, of this frozen food, you get like 100 of the calories that your body can actually intake, that it will use as proper nutrition, which is versus the what would you say, the fiber content, the iron. Most of you you already have iron in your blood as it is and within your body, but there's still iron in food as well. So you got to be careful of your iron intake, because it can affect also your blood pressure and your nutritional intake within your body. And that also determines what type of calcium you're taking in, calcium and magnesium, okay, to absorb the calcium with whatever milk that you use within your body. Okay, I don't suggest using cow milk, but some of you are going to do it anyway, but don't do it. Okay, but if you can find other sources of calcium, okay, by doing your own research. You're not a calf, so you don't need to drink from cow milk, but you can get that calcium from other sources. However, when it comes to vitamin D, vitamin 3-6, vitamin K, vitamin A, okay, which you know that are vitamin C, okay, that you can get from fruits, and most of those other vitamins I just described, you can get from vegetables, okay, have a higher content in vegetables, okay, and in fruits that we don't want to eat, okay. Now we're going to get to the technical part that I put that foundation in place, okay. I can't say it all, that's why I'm just rambling, so forgive me if you're lost or if you can't keep up with me. Okay, I have to compact it like this. Some of you already comprehend this, especially nutritionists and some physicians and some of you who are trainers of nutritional intake. Okay, but let's get on to the simplicity of it. The reality is this. I'm going to make it simple, just in case, because I know my channel is PG and there are some teenagers and kids that watch me as Morpheus. Okay. So you have 500. Okay. And so only 100 is used in the body and exposed from the body. Okay. So you have 400 calories. Okay, that your body can't necessarily absorb. It can't do anything with. Okay, you got yeast here. You got white bread, you got white sugar, okay, and you have fatty substance that your body can absorb because it's probably animal fat, okay, or it's just the grease and fat from the food itself that you may boil or you may cook, okay, on a general basis. So you're stagnant with this, okay. So what's happening now? Follow me, okay, one step at a time. Okay, you're absorbing only 100%, or you say 100 calories, okay, not 100%. 100 calories. You got this much to fight off. Okay, you got 400 to deal with that you are just digesting. You take it and you take it in because of the foods that you're eating. Okay, because of your diet habit, because you cut off a lot of vegetables, you cut off a lot of fruits. Okay, you're not eating enough peanuts like you're supposed to. Okay, if you're gonna eat bread, eat wheat bread, eat organic wheat bread, not white wheat, not white bread. I know pricing and money is expensive. I understand. The Wonder Bread sounds very wonderful, okay, but it's enriched, it's full of yeast, okay, and it's no good for you, and it's going to be stagnant over time, and it turns into paste inside here, which automatically is going to slow you down and start creating plaque over time, over years of constant usage, because it's not natural food and it's not natural wheat, okay. But when you have the natural wheat, when you have the natural organic grains, it works out for you, especially when you have fiber within it, even though the percentage of it, when it has, I think, barley and it has I think it has a brown resin. I can't think of what it is, so I don't want to mislead you. But there's a residue that's left behind still by wheat and brown bread, but it's not as bad as eating enriched, bleached white bread. Okay, it's way better than that, and it's better for your system. Okay, it may take a lot longer for your body to digest the wheat bread on occasion than the fine enriched white bread, but it's at least a lot more healthier for you. Okay, I'm just giving you some ideas, but let me slow myself down. Okay, listen, what you are doing with the 500 calories, let's say for example, and just eating the 100 calories, okay, you are hurting yourself with the 400 calories. That's how you're gaining weight. Okay, that's how obesity is speeding up. Okay, this is where diabetes come from as well, because not only are you taking in 400, for example, again, extra calories that it takes hours to work off, especially if you go into the gym and you get on the treadmill. Do your dust diligent at home and test yourself. Get on the treadmill and see how long it takes to burn off 100 calories. Just see how long it takes. You're gonna be sitting there for a while. Okay, you're going to be walking for a little while on that treadmill. So could you imagine your body is taking in 400, okay, 400 calories, okay, counts of calories, okay, per how many hours you eat and whatever you eat, whether it's morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, okay? So you have 1,200 counts of calories. Okay, some of you might say 1,200. To say 1,200. Okay, 1,200 counts of calories. That's a lot, right? But it's going to be forever to work it off. So if you continue that cycle through the end of the week, okay, 1,200 times 7, okay, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to burn off the calories and to get in shape like you need to. And that's where you come up with the calcification. That's when you have clogged arteries. That's when you start storing up all that excess sugar or breads or fats or meats, okay, that your body can't absorb. Remember, you only absorb 100 calories, okay? Your body's dealing with this. Now, listen to Morpheus, or for some of you, you know, Leon C, to keep it simple. Okay, now, your body's still dealing with this tomorrow because you haven't did a stool yet. Okay, you still got this in your body. Your body can use this. This is fine. Your body can use 100, but 400 is still rummaging around your body. Okay, it's still going around this way. This is already down here. Okay, it's right here in your gut, right? You got the upper, you got the, there's a I don't want to get it wrong, but okay, I don't want to get it wrong because I don't have my notes on me right now. But you got your upper, then you have your lower. Okay, your intestines run around like this. Okay, in a circle like this way. Okay, so this way will be expelling. Okay, then you have your gut right here, where it's already came down here into your stomach. Okay, your pancreas did its job. Okay, now it's going through your gut area to get rid of the excess, and then of course it has to go up and go down, and then next thing you know it's out. Okay, but it's in its almost finished stage right here while you still eating all this food. Listen to me, it's at its finished stage, but it's not out of your body yet. So you're eating 500 more calories, 500 more calories, 500 more calories. Your body can still use 100%, or again 100 counts of calories out of the 500 that you're eating. Okay, but the problem is, okay, your body's still dealing with this right here. It still hasn't processed out. So of course it will use whatever, it will store the energy, or actually will try to store the food, but it can't do anything about it but try to digest it and burn it off. Okay, then you still got a percentage right here, okay, that your body can use, but it can't get to it. Okay, so in the process, your body not only is getting rid of that, it's starting on this one as well. Okay, afterwards at the same time. So look at it like a cycle like this. Just go like this with your hands. Okay, because when you eat something, okay, the process is going like this. Or if you're looking at this camera, you can switch it this way and go like that. Okay, so by this time it's already 12 o'clock. So your food you ate is down here. It's on its way out of your body. Okay, and now up here, okay, is the food that you're eating again during lunchtime or dinner. Okay, for example, or snack. You go to Subway, or you go to Jimmy John's, or you go somewhere to Pizza Hut, or you go to McDonald's or Hardee's. Okay, okay, now your body have already dealt with the nutrition here. Okay, you may think you want to eat more. Here comes the magic. Here comes the red pill. Come on, listen. Here comes the magic. At this point, okay, at this point, the nutrition your body have already used, have assimilated. It's somewhere in the body. You got the energy. You're walking around like, yeah, okay. Ooh, that lunch was good. Or the breakfast was good. Oh, it tastes good. Oh, good dinner. So you feel like you're hungry again. During this phase, okay, where the food is still in your body, I did say right here, right? But look at it like this, okay, to be realistic. Okay, you can go like this at the same time, but look at it like this, okay? During this phase, right, is the most crucial point of your eating habits, okay? Because by this point, the nutrition is already being assimilated in your body, okay? During this point, you have some foods have monosodium glutamates and GMOs and certain preservatives to make you desire or to make you crave the food, but you're not really hungry. Okay, there's foods, monosodium glutamates, that will make you think that you want to crave that food based on how the food is processed, based on the food places, based on how they create your hamburger, based on where you're buying these foods from. It's so you can keep coming back to buy some more. Okay, now what I tell you, anything that make you addicted to what you eat is a poison. Anything that make you crave it so greatly, okay, there's something in it that you should not be eating. And that's because the body just, for some strange reason, it just gets addicted to chemicals and things that's no good for it, but yet it hurts it in the process. But it's based on the enzymes that they put into your ingredients. I know I've lost some of y'all. But anyway, so during this phase, you think you're hungry when you should be waiting. You should be waiting for your food to process out. Okay, for you to get done with that, and you're like, okay, yeah, I had breakfast this morning. I'm gonna wait till dinner. All right, I had breakfast this morning. I'm gonna eat a Nutri-Grain bar. I'm gonna eat a, what do you call that, a Cliff bar, and then I'm going to, that's it. You know, this Cliff bar, I'm gonna wait till dinner time. I can drink some water, some Gatorade, or don't eat Gatorade, don't do Gatorade, but you know, maybe some vitamin drinks or something like that, or something that has protein in it that can actually help my body speed up the process. Definitely plenty of water, okay, to help the process out. Boom, and it's gone. Okay, then by that time you might have the ability to, you might be able to eat something else, whereas your body's ready to eat. It's ready to take it in after killing off the 100 calories from the 500. But when you're eating the heavy calories 3 times a day and snacks in between, you're overloading yourself. Next thing you know, you're getting big, but oh man, what's going on? You start losing your neck and your shirt, you know, you just start, you know, that's when the belly start popping in because your guts are all, I ain't even gonna get nasty with y'all, that's PG. Okay, anyway, it becomes disgusting at that point because your body's trying to fight off all this heavy weight. Now, let's get into the details of diabetes and obesity, okay? Because there's a lots of foods that's only based on sugar and salt, okay? Some of you got towns and cities, or some of you live on a corner block, where if you go into your convenience store or your shortstop gas station, all you see is sugar and salt, because it buys, okay? Sugar and salt. Salt is a false sense that you're eating something that's good for your body, and it just takes a lot of time to get out of it and then increase your blood pressure, okay? It causes your blood to become stagnant. And then you have sugar, listen, that gives you a false sense of nutrition when all it is energy, okay? Because what happens is your body attacks the source of that sugar to try to break it down and use it as energy. Now the bad problem is, it's almost like, how can I put it? You're like the Twinkie in the middle of the ho-ho, okay? Your body wants energy on a natural basis. You don't, that's why you got Monster drinks, you got Red Bull, you got Rip It, okay? You have what do you call that? You got all type of jinked up teas. You have you got Rockstar. You got all these energy drinks because they know that your body just wants energy. You know, your body wants energy, and most times we getting false sense of energy from sugar. Okay, sugar is a false sense again of nutrition, because all your body wants to do is go, 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 go. So when you are in a pressuring situation, when you are at a demand of your corporation, okay, when you want to get up in the morning and just zip and go, when you out a 12-hour day, you know, when you have a heavy day, especially 5-hour energy, I don't believe in that stuff. I just wouldn't even mess with it, okay? Something that small that you go for 5 hours, no, sir, no ma'am, no sir. You know, volume matters sometimes, and the smaller it is, the more concentrated it is. No, you're really poisoning yourself, and it'll do nothing but damage yourself. But anyway, so what happens is you need sugar. Okay, you need sugar. That's why sugar's in everything. You got Skittles, you got Starburst, you got McDonald's. Well, not McDonald's, but you got made me lose my track here. you got donuts. That's what I meant to say. Okay, you got muffins everywhere. You got Snickers bars. You got all these things right there at your checkout line, because one, it's not just for kids. You know, two, it's for people who just, I just need a fast drink. It tastes good, and it tastes good. You think and yes, it works out for a short amount of time, but the reason why sugar is no good with that anyway, because it's a quick high. It's a quick fix. It'll bring you up and it'll come down. It'll bring you up and it'll come down. And what happens is you need more. So you need to go higher and come down. Higher and come down. So then there you go, from one Monster drink in the morning to 2 Monster drinks. Okay, which is crucial for your body. And it does damage on your inner guts. It does damage on your body, because you're not really giving your body nutrition. You're just giving your body energy. It's almost like you want your child to be healthy. You got healthy types of protein on your plate: peas, vegetables, leaves, lettuce, and all that type of stuff, and organic mashed potatoes and whatever that you put on there. Okay, and then you have cake. Okay, what does the child do? The child, of course, the child's not going to eat the nutritional food. They're going to push that aside because they want the cake. You know, they're going to want the muffin. They're going to want the sugar. They're going to want the colorful stuff. They're going to want the sprinkles. Okay, they're going to want all the things that are no good for them, because they want that. It tastes good. Now, for kids, they don't know that it's based on energy. Okay, all they know is the cake tastes good. You know, the donut is fascinating. The sprinkles are flashy, and then they eat it. Okay, but they get the energy at the same time. But adults, okay, as adults, we have figured out, okay, it's a form of energy, and also it's a form of comfort food, because it makes us feel good by thinking we feel good, by giving ourselves, what do you call that, reward sensors. Okay, so when you eat sugar, it gives you a reward sensor, especially in your dopamine levels. Okay, when you're eating donuts, when you're eating coffee, and you add a whole lot of white sugar to it and a whole lot of cow's cream secretion, okay, in this thing, okay, that's supposed to be given to their kids, they offling, and you put this stuff in your hot coffee. Now you got caffeine. Now you got enriched white crack sugar. Okay, then you got a cow's secretion, and you put that in your body. Okay, And then now you jinked up. You're like this, but you don't know it. You're calm, but you like this. Okay, that's why on a general basis, whenever you get done with that cup of coffee, okay, and that day is good, what? You're going to need another one. That's right. Or if it was hot and big that one day, you needed to keep going. You got to keep it going. Because if you don't have it, what happens? Your body's like, oh, I got to have it. Please, 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 please. Give me some coffee and some sugar. Okay. Yes, you can go for coffee without the sugar and the cream. Okay. And you'll get the stimulation by the caffeine itself. Okay. Which, in certain proportions, especially if it's not organic coffee, it can do damage on your body. If you're going to drink coffee, drink organic coffee. Drink it organic. Drink it plain. Drink it black. Drink it simple with clean water, not tap water, with filtered distilled water or alkaline water. Then you're going to be okay. Okay, but very seldom and very little bit, because the caffeine will make you be addicted to it. But that's the lesser evil of the big evil, with a genetically modified cup of laboratory made coffee beans with cow secretion and enriched sugar, which is going to be the bane and the reason why you end up with diabetes. Okay, so with the high pressure of sugar being in everything, okay, you got that foundation. I gave you 3 foundations. Now we're going to move that slide aside. Okay, you are dealing with the case of misinformation of the food that you're eating. Now, on top of it, go back to what I talked about in the first part of this video, talking about nutrition. Okay, talked about going down here in the wheel. Okay, wait, well, this way, going this way, making sure the food go up into your, okay, the upper colon and lower colon. Okay, I remember it now. You go to your lower, it's getting down into your lower to get things out, because now you need water to do that. You need water to do that. You need fluids to keep it flowing, and fiber to keep that thing going out where it needs to be. But it's still in your body. Okay. So now with the nutrition that you're not getting at this phase, okay, the enzymes and the thing that, and the preservatives and the chemicals that make you feel like you are hungry, but you're not hungry, you end up stuffing your mouth some more with food that has no nutrition. Okay. It's not giving you the nutrition that you need. Fast food places, some store-bought food, yes, junk food, and the heavy foods that you might eat based on fast delivery is not giving you what you need, because what they give you, a little bitty piece of meat, okay, which you shouldn't be eating anyway, little bitty lettuce, little bitty seasoning, but this big old piece of bread. Okay, so you got this much. Okay, you got this much of what your body can use, and you got this much bread. Okay, this right here, this bread that's this big, is your fat, is your sugar. Okay, is your addiction, is your obesity. Okay, this right here, okay, is just the feeling that you always go for, but you're not going to get too much of it unless you pay more. Okay, you say, well, I want cucumbers on my food, give me extra cucumbers. Okay, when you should be having the extra of everything and very little bread. Okay, which of course, where a lot of your calories and a lot of your fermentation comes from as well. Okay, but anyway, getting back to the story. So now that you are living a lifestyle where you have very little nutrition, but salt and sugar is available everywhere you go, okay, based on popular demand, based on the popular food, based on the taste enzymes to make you, I want more, I want more. Okay, you keep going back for that specific thing, thinking that you're getting nutrition out of it, but you're not. It's not doing anything but hurting you. So therefore, all you digesting is false form of nutrition, which is just energy based on sugar digestion. Okay, and over here, you're getting a false form of thinking that you're eating something that is filling you up based on the salt, which is stagnant in your body. So you eat this big bag of Doritos or potato chips, for example, or crackers, or other foods that they may have, or even store-bought frozen foods that just have a lot of salt and sodium in their form of sodium within this particular compound. You eat it and you feel like, oh yes, I'm fulfilled, but you never looked at the back panel to see what type of nutrition that you're eating. Okay, and so you eating all these heavy calories. Again, the process here, you eating only 100 calories, you burning off 100 calories, you leaving 4 in your body up here. Okay, so you're still compounding your body with it, and then on top of it you add sugar. Okay, sugar, which is in everything. Now I want to add something to this, and I'm going to make I'm going to add something to this because I want this video to be special for you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to make another video and I'm going to add it to the kid, but it's still going to be one video for you. Okay, now let's see, maybe, yep, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to bring it back. Okay, now I need you to follow me on this.